Hey you guys, it's your girl Symone and welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today's video is another story time. But before we get to this video, y'all already see how big I'm smiling because I just want to go ahead and say, y'all, I'm back and thank you guys so much for 100K. Y'all, I was gone for a little week because I had to get my mind right. And y'all still got me to 100K. Like, y'all still helped me reach my goals even when I was gone. And I want to say thank you guys so much for that. I love y'all so much. I wouldn't be here without you guys. So y'all already know I always got to shout y'all out. Because where would I be without y'all? Where would I be without my baby? Y'all seen the rest. All right, that's enough. But y'all, I don't know. I just wouldn't be where I'm at today without y'all. So I want to thank you guys so much. I want to thank all my supporters, everybody who's watched my videos, liked it, comment, reposted, told they auntie, that shared it at church, anything. Like, I really love y'all so much. Even the haters who watch me so they could go ahead and make fake pages and talk shit, and then, you know, those ones too, even though I ignore them and I block people, so that'd be a waste of time. But you know, you still watch my videos, so thank you to you too, y'all. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. But y'all already know what to do. Still, even though we reached our goal, it's still more goals to reach. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, and comment down below. I don't think I'm gonna hit that 1 mil, but I still do want a girl, so y'all gotta make sure y'all still keep following me. So yeah, if you did just have a baby like recently, make sure your baby's account is following me. I'm just kidding, y'all. Don't follow me from y'all kid accounts. The kids don't even watch me. But anyway, let's get straight into the video. I don't know what I'm gonna title this video. Kinda, I think I do, but y'all, it's crazy. So y'all, this story is about, if you see my story time a while back and y'all see it's right there, I'm gonna pin it right there because I don't really remember what I titled it. But it's when we had the hotel party and they came through fighting and doing the most. So remember the boy that I talked about a little bit in that story time 7? This is about him. So I'm gonna give y'all a little backstory how we met, and then I'm gonna get into this night, which I think that, yeah, okay, the title is gonna have something to do with, it's gonna have something to do with what happened that night. That night was crazy for y'all. Let's get into it. Okay, so y'all, when I had moved back to LA, y'all remember I told y'all I had started going to college or whatever. I met some friends, I was hanging out, a lot of stuff like that, right? So I used to hang out with like the gang members and stuff like that. So one day I was hanging out in my homie's hood or whatever, and it was me and the homegirls or whatever, right? So we just chilling, we just posted up. We always used to just hang out, just have a good time, just laugh, talk. We used to really hang out all the time, and it's crazy because I got more stories. Like, it just be good ass times. We used to just have a ball. So anyway, we just laughing, talking in the car, you know, whatever, just talking shit, just doing the most, just going back and forth, right? So it was me, 2 of my homegirls, and 2 homeboys, and then the other homeboy, he was like outside the car. But mind y'all, it's crazy because this one homeboy, I don't know if I should give him a name. Dang, what would we call him? Call this one homie Sig. We just gonna call him Sig because he used to smoke cigarettes a lot, y'all. He used to smoke a lot of cigarettes, so we're gonna call him Sig. So anyway, I was gonna, never mind. So yeah, we just gonna call him Sig because he smoked cigarettes a lot. So anyway, so it's this one boy that used to hang out with us named Sig. Mind y'all ever had a friend, like a homie or a homegirl, whatever, where the chemistry is there, but y'all never took it there? Like, but y'all kind of like flirt a little bit, but it never go no further. Like, y'all, neither one of y'all ever try to press the issue. Like, that's how it was with us. Like, we had like a little flirting type thing. Like, I liked him, but at the same time, I hung out with them constantly, and I just seen it wasn't nothing going on in life. So I mean, now, you know, doing better in life, that's not what we're here to talk about. But back then, it was just like, I had a lot going on with myself, and I see, like, you got a lot going on with yourself, so it's like, why would I even try to do that? Like, we good friends, you know. And he never tried with me, so I was like, maybe I'm just reading the room wrong. He probably don't even like me, but I wasn't. Y'all, we'll get to that later. But anyway, around this time, it really was just real flirty, kind of, but real just cool, right? So we all in the car, we chilling, right? So we just chilling, we sit in the car, we in my car, so I'm in the front seat, one of my homegirls in the, oh yeah, I named how everybody was in the car, whatever. Anyway, so this other car pulls up on the side of us. So they pull up on the side where they on my passenger side, right? So it's 2 boys in the car. The one boy that's driving, it was 7, and then the other boy, it was his homie. Y'all, just a little FYI too, because a lot of people that live in LA, like, some people be DMing me like, is you talking about such and such and such? Y'all, when I tell y'all these names be way off, they be way off. Like, 7's name has nothing to do with him. Like, his name ain't got no number in it. It ain't nothing of a number. It's nowhere near 7. He wasn't born on the 7th day. He wasn't born in the 70s. It was nothing like that. Like, his 7 name have nothing to do with it. And it's crazy because I was thinking back, like when I was thinking about doing the story on 7, I'm like, damn, I actually know somebody whose name has something to do with like a 7, and it kind of like throws me off. But I don't got no stories about that person, so it really doesn't even matter. So yeah, so no, like, people really be like, is it blah blah blah, girl? Because I remember. And you be like, girl, no. Like I said, 7 name ain't got nothing to do with it. People names be so just thrown off because, yeah, I ain't got time for the drama. No, because people be going back and wanting to start old up shit, and this is just my story. I'm just telling for entertainment purposes. So anyway, let's get back to it. So they pull up, 7 pull up. He's in the driver's seat. So mind you, I said he pulled up on my passenger side, right? So my window is all the way down because the one other homie that was outside the car, like, he was like peeking through each window and be talking and shit. So the window is all the way down on the passenger side and on the back seats or whatever. So they pull up and they like, oh, what's up, what's up? He's saying what's up to them because they his homies or whatever. And then they all like, oh, what's up? Even like my homegirls knew him. They like, oh, what's up, 7? Like, what's up, whatever, right? So I'm sitting there. So he looking, he giving me this cold look, like, not like a, oh, you look good look, but a like, who the fuck is that type look. So he was like, who is that? And they was like, they looked at him and they was like, that's Symone. And then we go back to talking and stuff like that. But I'm kind of nervous because I looked over him. He was cute, but I'm looking like, why is he looking so mad at me? Like, did we supposed to fight? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm not supposed to be in the hood? Like, I don't know. But anyway, so they was like something. So he was like, who is Symone? So now I'm just nervous. Like, why is he pressing me like this? Like, so they just like, man, 7, leave her the fuck alone. Like, he was like, nah, not like that. So he like, Symone, you gonna call me? And when he said that, it kind of like shocked me because like when 7 pulled up steps back, y'all, it's crazy. When I tell y'all more stories about 7, I think I spoke on this in that last video. I don't know why, but I was like obsessed. Like, he was that nigga. I don't know about now, cause I don't be checking for people. I mean, we crossed paths before, but that was then. I don't feel that way no more, of course. Long ago. Anyway. So, yeah, so I was kind of like, call him. So I was just like, okay, like, you know, you ain't got to tell me twice. So he was like, take my number down. So I'm like, all right. So I start taking his number down. He yelling out the window. They kind of talking loud. I'm thinking like, y'all need to like shut up because I need this number. So I'm taking the number down like, 281-330-8004. Yeah, okay, I got you. 7 on the low. Oh, yeah, I got you. So I'm like, all right. So he like, yeah, call me right now. Oh, you one of them? Okay, you know how some people would be one of them, but you don't really do it because you be like, I don't like you. My phone dead, it's off. I'm using Wi-Fi. I can't call you until I get home. No, girl, caught that right there. Pulled it off the aux because y'all, I had the aux. Put my phone off the aux, called it right there. Boom. And he's like, all right, got you. So then I hung it up. Boom. Y'all, we go back to talking and stuff like that. So one boy that was in the car, Sig, mind y'all, the one I said we had the chemistry with, he just like, you really gonna take that nigga number down? But he not saying it in a way like, oh, like you gonna do it in front of me type shit. He doing it in like, what? So I was like, I guess he said call him, and he just like, man, you, that nigga, you don't know, you don't fall in love. Like, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. So I'm like, oh my God, it's not even like that. So they like, bro, let me find out you hating. He like, hating on what? Like, you know, like it really used to be like that with us, and it would be like, shut the fuck up. Now we like laughing and joking and stuff. So one of my homegirls, she was just like, oh yeah, girl, cause 7, don't he still, like, she was talking to them now, she was like, but talking to me, so she was like, don't he still fuck with such and such, like some girl? And they was like, yeah, he be fucking with her, and he be fucking with da 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 and da da da. They just named like 5 girls, and I was just like, he got a girlfriend? That was my main concern, cause you know what, like, he's a single man. If he wants to date and talk to people, that ain't got nothing to do with me, y'all. I was 19 and I did not give a fuck. So they like, nah, he ain't got no girlfriend, but he do be talking to what's car and blah blah blah. He be talking to this one girl. Oh, this one girl he talked to, they said the girl name, she crazy, y'all. Like, we had little issues because she was like, that's my man, and I was like, me too. I'm just kidding, y'all. No, I'm not. I'll get there one day. But anyway, so I'm just like, whoop. Everything they said, it just went way over my head. Because mind y'all, I just got his number. Why? Like, and for 2, he's single. I don't even know if we even gonna ever text. I don't know where this gonna go, so I wasn't even tripping. And like I said, if he had a girlfriend, it would have been totally different, but like they said, he didn't. So anyway, we just still laugh and talk or whatever, right? So probably like 4 or 5 days, 3 days, I don't know, probably was 2 days. We used to hang out damn near every day, so I don't know how many days went by. So some days go by, and it was this one boy, he was about to get a put off, right? So he was gonna get put off or whatever. I forgot what he did, and it ain't got shit to do with me because I'm not from that hood, never been from that hood, and his DP ain't got shit to do with me. So anyway, we was there to watch. Long story short, so we pulled up over there. Everybody was up over there, right? So everybody up over there, So everybody is up over there. So we sitting, everybody is on one side of the street. I guess they was waiting for him to come or whatever. I don't know. But we sitting on this side, like we sitting across the street. We in the car. We just talking. You know, the same old, same regular. Some other people would walk up, some other niggas, you know, and talk to the homie. Thought everybody was cool. Sig, he was over there with the people that's gonna do DPN, because Sig was one of them. So he probably was finna fight too. I don't know. But anyway, we just talking or whatever. Next thing you know, a car pull up. Mind y'all, from the time that I got Seven's number, we probably text like once and talked on the phone like once, but it wasn't that major, because mind y'all, like I said, it just was a few days that passed. It wasn't that much time. So a car pull up is Seven's car, y'all. Oh my god. So Seven's car pull up and I'm looking like, there goes Seven. I didn't even tell my friends that we had even talked on the phone, because they was, I don't know, I just didn't. Like, y'all know, if you Scorpio, you know, or if you got a Scorpio friend, you know, we keep shit to ourselves. It's like, y'all know what we want you to know. Like, we are not, we real kind, we secretive people. Like, it is, we not just too much sharing. It takes us a while. I know y'all probably think like, girl, you tell us all these stories. Yeah, because I don't care about y'all knowing. That's how y'all know them years later. But anyway, but the new story, I mean, the stuff that's going on in my life, but y'all ain't probably gonna know. But anyway. So yeah, so Seven pulled up or whatever, skirt pulled up, and when he hopped out the car, like in the passenger seat, guess who hopped on the car? Like, okay, so I'm gonna just tell you, Seven was cool with one of my boy cousins, because not one of them, a few of my boy cousins. Seven was cool with a few of my boy cousins. They was from his hood too. So he hopped out the car, my cousin hopped out the car, and I'm just like, oh shit, because mind y'all, I haven't seen him over here yet. Like, I haven't ran into him yet. So he hopped out the car, because mind y'all, the people I was hanging with wasn't the people like he hung out with on a daily anyway, so we didn't really cross paths. So he hopped out the car or whatever, they hop out the car, and Seven start going towards the other way, and my cousin was too, until he seen my car, and he looked like, hold up. Mind y'all, this is the funny part too. Me and my cousin so this is the funny part. Me and my cousin lived together. We lived at the same house. So I know, so he knew my car, of course. And I know y'all probably thinking like, what? And you didn't tell him? I know. And it's crazy. Anyway. I was gonna say, anyway. So anyway, my cousin, he hopped out the car. He see my car and he was just like, Momo, what you doing up over here? So I'm like, oh yeah, I hang out over here. Like, these my homies, this my homegirls, da 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 da. So he like, what's up? Like, he know them and stuff too. So he like, what the fuck? I did not know you hung out over here. He was like, all right, well, y'all know this my cousin. Like, don't nobody do like da 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 da. He's telling them like all this stuff, and they like, oh, what the fuck? Why you didn't tell us he was your cousin? And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I just didn't say nothing. I don't know. Like, it's not like they was on some disrespectful shit to me. I mean, I'm like, it would come out one day, like, you know, but it wasn't somewhere I'm just come around be like, yeah, y'all know who my cousin is? Yeah, nigga. Yeah. You know, it wasn't like that. But so they were just like, oh, why you didn't tell us? I'm like, I don't know. Like, you know, whatever. So he's like, yeah, that's my little cousin. Like, man, don't nobody better not fuck with her. If you got any issues or any issues, you come to me. Like, da 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 da. He just saying that, and they like, you know, but not everybody just laughing, joking stuff. But he was serious, like, you know. So when he was saying, he was like, and bet none of y'all niggas better not fuck with her. Like, none of y'all better not talk to her. Like, Momo, you not talking to none of these niggas over here. When he was saying that, Seven is walking up. So Seven was like, who is your cousin? And he was like, Momo. So he like, who is Momo? Because mind you, my name is Symone. And they call me like, nobody call me like Moni, Momo and stuff like that unless it's family. Like, only people that call me like Mo, Moni, Mo. Like, it only be family. So yeah. So he was like, wait, who? So he was like, Symone. And I'm just standing there, and it was really just like a awkward, like, so I like looked up at him and like smiled and like looked down, and he was like, oh, okay, that's your little cousin. Oh, okay, what's up? Like, you know, he's like, yeah, I was telling him. He's like, wait, why, nigga? Like, why did you ask? And he was like, I just didn't know that was your cousin. Like, I didn't know. So he like, oh, okay, like, whatever. So they just all laughing, joking. They end up walking across the street. I didn't say hi to Seven, nothing. They had said what's up to him, whatever. I didn't say nothing to him because I'm just like, oh, now it's awkward. For one, let me just be real with y'all. I was never going to make anything obvious. And I think that's another reason. And that's another reason why with Sig, even though we had a flirting type way, I never like pressed the issue with it, because I knew that these people was my cousin homeboys. So I didn't want to, like, Sig wasn't his everyday homeboy or whatever, but it's like he still know him. And I didn't want to make it awkward, even though like we didn't cross paths or whatever. Like, I still just didn't want to make things awkward. So I was just already telling myself from jump I wasn't going to talk to nobody over there. But Seven, but anyway, so I ain't saying nothing to Seven, whatever, boom. Anyway, so later that night, Seven ended up calling me, and he was just like, why you didn't tell me that the home, he was like, why you didn't tell me that the homie is your cousin? So I'm like, well, you didn't even really get out the car and introduce yourself. You just yelled your number from across the way. Like, what was I gonna just say? By the way, my cousin is, like, you know. So he was just like, that's crazy. Like, what the fuck? It's really a small ass world. So I'm like, yeah. So we just talking. He was just asking me questions like, you ever used to talk to anybody like your cousin, like any of your cousin friends before? And I'm like, no. But I'm like, I remember my sister did, and it just like, that's not for me to tell or whatever. But I'm just like, I just wanted to be like that. Like, I don't know. So I'm like, no, like, you know, I'm like, dang, like, he was just like, that's crazy. The homie is not gonna like me talking to his cousin. And I'm like, right. I'm like, so we should keep it low key. Like, I automatically just said that, like, because I didn't want it to make it awkward, because it's like, of course, I knew my cousin. I knew how my cousin was. So I knew how his homies most likely is gonna be. So why would my cousin, of course, he ain't gonna want me to talk to people if he know me and my homeboy, like, why would he want his homeboy to dog his cousin out? Like, you know, he know how his homeboy is, and plus I already got the rundown on the homeboy. So, you know, it would just be like, I just didn't want it to be awkward. Like, if we get into like it, which would never went that way, because I already told myself, like, this is just gonna be fun. Like, I'm not gonna be in a relationship with this man. It's not gonna go no further. Like, you know, whatever. You already just told myself that. So I just didn't want it to be awkward. So I was just like, we can keep it on the low. We're gonna keep this on the low, even though it ended up coming out, but I'll get to that eventually one day. Anyway, so we just talking back and forth or whatever. Mind you, we had a long ass conversation. Like, I was really feeling him, and like I said, he was really like that nigga to me. So I really was still shocked that he even wanted to talk to me. But we really had like a long ass conversation. It was really just deep, like not deep, but it was cool. Like, he could keep conversation going. He wasn't one of them niggas where it'd be like, oh, you wanna know how much money I spent today? You know how some niggas really just start saying stupid shit, and he'd be like, bro, I don't give a fuck about how long of inches you bought your baby mama before y'all broke up. Like, I don't care about how many bags you done bought bitches. Like, you know how some niggas be just talking about money, or they talk about stupid shit, and it just the conversation don't be there. Like, no, we actually had a good ass conversation. So I'm just like thinking like, fuck, like, you cute, you that nigga, and you got a conversation. Like, boy, I said I wasn't gonna try to like nobody over here, but damn. So anyway, he was telling me like, oh, are you going to the birthday party on Friday? Like, so it was a birthday party that was gonna be at my other cousin's house, my girl cousin's house. So he's like, are you gonna go? So I'm like, yeah, that's my family, I'm gonna be there. So he like, oh, okay, all right, well, I might see you there. So he was like, so if I see you, I can't say hi to you, like, I can't give you no hug. And I was like, you gonna give me a hug? Like, mind you, like, I was so scared. I used to always tell people, but like, never mind, I ain't gonna say it because the internet is sensitive. But y'all, I was just like nervous. Like, so I'm like, yeah, like, we could speak to each other. Like, I could say hi to you. He was like, okay, I'm just making sure I don't want you to be mad at me. Like, you know, so I'm like, nah, like, it's not even like that. So I ended up going to the birthday party. Mind y'all, I was gonna go to the birthday party cute anyway, but since I knew he was gonna be there, of course I'm gonna go cuter, y'all. I went to the birthday party. It's a fine ass friends. He be just like, damn, who do I pick? And I'm just kidding. But anyway, so y'all, so I'm at the birthday party. He wasn't there or whatever. So after the birthday party, like, I ended up taking my little sisters back home or whatever, and I was gonna go back because everybody was kicking in, chilling and stuff at my cousin's house. Like, you know, everybody was kicking in, you know, just having a good time, drinking, just chilling, whatever. So when I was about to go back, guess who calls me? It's Seven. Y'all, when I tell y'all more stories, it's just crazy. Like, Seven could call me at any motherfucking time. I don't know what was wrong with me. Seven could call me at any time. Like, I swear to God, my sister could tell you. Like, one time, me and my homegirl was laying down sleep, and I used to sleep with my phone, like, under my pillow for some reason, or, like, on the bed. My phone would start vibrating. It could be 3 in the morning. He could call me and be like, where you at? I don't want to see you. I could have been asleep. I'd be like, I'm up. Where you at? You ain't pull up? Okay, I'm supposed to come now. Like, y'all, I don't know what was wrong with me, but it does not matter. That man could have called me any time of the day. I'm coming. But if this time was a reasonable time. So he called me and he was just like, mind y'all, I'm already halfway back to my cousin's house. He called me and he just like, what you doing? I was like, nothing. Like, I used to say words too because I wouldn't want to say like, on my way to my cousin's house, and he'd be like, oh, never mind, because I just felt like he wanted to see me. So I was just like, oh, getting ready to go back to my cousin's house, like, to the little, you know, kick it and shit like that. And he's like, oh yeah, the homies is over there, they was telling me to pull up. I was finna pull up. But mind y'all, so before the party happened, like, because the party, say I seen him on like a Tuesday at the DP, and say the party was a Friday, so it was like on that Wednesday he crashed his car. So like on that Wednesday, he crashed his car, so he had no car no more. So he was just like, oh, y'all's gonna go over there. He's like, but all the homies are already over there. He was like, you want to pick me up? Like, we could go over there together. So I was just like, together? What? Are you crazy? Like, so I'm just like, oh, like, okay, I could give you a ride or whatever. So he was like, yeah. He was like, you could just drop me off probably off at the corner or something. I just got the car and walk or whatever. Like, I'm not tripping. So I was like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna come pick you up. So I go pick him up. Mind y'all, I'm probably damn near probably a block away already from there. I must have hit a U-turn skirt real quick, burn rubber shit. I'm heading way back to your side of town and I'm about to come get you. So I ended up going to pick him up or whatever, because y'all was just so thirsty. So I pick him up, we just in the car, you know, we vibing or whatever. So later that night, he was like, you going to the after hours? But mind y'all, this is still while we're on the way to the party. So he was like, you going to the after hours? So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go. So remember, this is the same after hours. So if y'all remember the story time about the nail cycle, when I was like, I see him at the party and the nigga didn't even speak to me, but you hit me up on Twitter. Yeah, so it was that one. Everybody used to be there, like all the hoods, like it used to just go up. It used to be a vibe. So anyway, it was, yeah, I was gonna say it was never no weird shit, but I think that's why it closed, because some weird shit happened, shit, I don't know. But anyway, I had stopped going after a while. Anyway. So, he like, you gonna go? I'm like, yeah, because mind y'all, I used to go. That's where I was at every Friday. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm going later. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna go later too. He was like, you spending the night with me tonight? Y'all, at this time, we had never did anything, because like I said, I just met him probably like a week ago. So I'm like, I said, yes. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna spend that with you. The fuck you talking about? So I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, so when I go tonight, I'm gonna just make sure I have me some change of clothes or whatever in my car, you know, spend that with you. He was like, all right, cool. So we get to the my cousin's street or whatever, but before we get up on the street, so like we first turn on her street, it's a corner right here. You drive up a little bit, it's another corner, you hit that corner, her house is right there. So mind y'all, she live on a dead end. So I think he been over there before. I'm not sure. I don't know. So he was like, just let me out right here and I'm gonna just walk. So I'm like, all right, you sure? He's like, yeah, because you said they know your car and I know homies is hanging out. Like, I'm sitting on Instagram, like, you know, whatever. So I'm like, all right. So he hop out the car or whatever. And he started walking. I pull off and I hit the corner. Y'all, just immediately. It's not like I even went around the block a few times. No, I hit the corner or whatever, right? So right when I'm parking or whatever, he finally walking up. So it was people hanging outside. So one of my cousins, he outside and he just looking and he was like, I started getting out the car. So by the time I'm getting out the car, 7 is closer. So we both like kind of walking up at the same time, but mind y'all, I had got a park right in front of the house. So my cousin, he was just like, what the fuck? This ain't not the cousin that was with 7. This was another cousin. So he's like, what the fuck? So I'm just like, what? He gonna say, let me find out you and 7 came together. I said, what? What are you talking about? Like, why would you say that? So 7 started laughing. He just like, oh, what's up? Like, why you saying that? And he was just like, cause y'all just came here at the same time. So he was like, nah, bro, like you just see me walk up. So he like, bro, I know you, like this ain't your hood. Like you wouldn't just have somebody drop you off at the corner and you walking through niggas' hood. Like, why? Like, who? Like, what? This don't make no sense. He was like, y'all trying to be sneaky. Like, she probably just dropped you off and hit the corner. And I'm like, why would I drop him off and hit the corner? Like, you just said that it's not. Why would he be walking through this hood? Like, if he don't know who hood, like, why would, you know, I'm just stuttering at this point, like, trying to get my words up. I'm like, no, that don't even make sense. I wouldn't even have did that. Like, if I want to get a homie a ride, I would have get a homie a ride. Like, you know, he just laughing. So my cousin just like, nah, that's weird. So he like, so why they drop you off right there? Like, asking me, like, bro, because it's a dead end street, they don't have to bust a U-turn and do all of that. So I just said drop me off right here. So he like, all right. So mind you, at this time I'm walking in the house, because I'm like, I ain't got nothing to do with, like, do not. So I'm trying to put 2 and 2 together, like, So I go up in the house, we chilling or whatever. So I'm not even sitting, like, they in the living room, I'm in the dining room area with like my other cousins and stuff. Like, everybody's a lot of people. So y'all, why my cousin, the same one from outside, this is not the same cousin that, I should give him a name, but I just don't want to for a lot of reasons. So this is not the same cousin that was with him that day that said that he couldn't, nobody could talk to me. This is my other cousin, one that was outside trying to put 2 and 2 together. So he was like, something like, why you in here? Why you ain't over there with 7? But mind you, when he said that, my other cousin walked by, he like, why would she be over there with 7? Why would she be over there with the homie? And he was like, I'm just saying, it just seemed like they had came together. I don't know if 7 must have heard. He walked in and he was just like, man, like, why are you saying that? Like, we did not come together. Like, you know, and I'm just like, right, like, you been weird, like, you know, the whole time we came together. So I'm just like laughing, and it's just like, stop playing so much. Anyway, So when it was time for me to leave, I did like a general bye. I'm just like, bye y'all, like to the people in the dining room where I was at. So I'm walking out through the living room, mind y'all, that's for 7 and everybody else was hanging out there. And I'm like, bye y'all, like, you know, and I'm like asking my cousin, like, you going to the after hours tonight? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna be there. You going? So I'm like, yeah. He was like, all right, well, don't pay. You gonna get in for free. Like, I'm gonna get you in free. So I'm like, all right. He was like, yeah, but just let me know when you get there. So I'm like, all right, bye y'all. So my other cousin, he like, you not gonna say bye to 7? What's up with you? Like, bro, what's up with you? So I'm like, I said bye to everybody. Why would I just say bye to him? So he was all like, because y'all came together. And I'm like, why do you keep saying that? Like, you know, but I'm just laughing. Seven just laughing like, oh my God, like, bye, bye. And he said my cousin name. It was like, little cousin, like, bye. And I'm just like, bye, y'all. And I left out the house or whatever. So later that night, oh, it came down to it, y'all. Later that night, so I had this one homegirl. She didn't live out here. She used to live out here, but she didn't live out here at this time. And she came, I should give her a name because I have another story time with her because she was my homegirl from when we was kids. But we had a situation because we ended up being cool again. Dang. Okay, so we're gonna call her Lotion because she used to be ashy as hell. And I know y'all heard like you can't talk to Simone, you always be talking about how you be ashy on your hands. But that's because I wash my hands a lot, y'all. At least y'all know I wash my hands. But anyway, yeah, so we're gonna call her Lotion. So Lotion was like, oh, she was in LA or whatever. So I was like, oh, I know a spot. She was like, yeah, let's do something. So she's like, do you want to go to Hollywood and stuff like that? Mind you, this is the time when I used to hang out with I ain't even gonna lie, I don't do stuff like this no more, but this is before in the past. But when I used to hang out with gang members, that was the things that I would like to do. Gang banging activities. Not like gang banging activities, like I wouldn't be like, I would just go to day parties. Like not just necessarily that one hood, but like, I don't know, it was just more fun to me. I don't know, now it's different. Like I just don't, but back then I ain't even gonna hold y'all, like that's what I like to do. So when she said Hollywood, I was just like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't want to go there. So anyway, so I'm like, yeah, no, it's after hours on Friday, like tonight, like, let's go. So she was like, all right. So I ended up picking her up. We go back to my house and we getting ready or whatever like that. And I'm telling her like, girl, you could come however you want. Like, literally, you do not need to wear heels in here. You're going to look dumb as fuck. But anyway, so we go, whatever, we get dressed. My other homegirl that I usually go with, I told her like I was gonna pick up my homegirl Lotion and her homegirl, which she don't need no that. So I'm like, yeah, they gonna come with me or whatever, because Lotion was staying at her homegirl house out here. But like I said, me and Lotion was friends. Like my growing up on my street, it was so many different people in and out on that street, in and out. A lot of girls my age and stuff like that. So it was a lot of situations. And I'm gonna tell some stories about when I was a kid, because I have a lot of crazy ass stories, because we was wild as fuck and did whatever we wanted to do. But y'all, so Lotion was a long time friend or whatever, even though it was a situation with Joe. But we'll get there. But anyway, so yeah, so I was telling her like, yeah, I got my homegirl Lotion with me and her friend or whatever. So she was just like, oh, okay. Mind you, this was after the situation with Joe. Oh, I'll be too nice. But anyway. So I'm like, yeah, I got my friend Lotion with me and her homegirl or whatever. So my homegirl that I usually go with, she was like, okay, well, I'm about to go with I'm gonna go with the other homegirls up there, you know, or whatever. So I'm like, all right, okay, cool. So I was like getting ready. So next thing you know, my homie called me, and y'all, it's crazy because my homeboy, I'm gonna call him my homeboy because, and we're gonna name him D, okay? We're gonna name him D. Only reason why I'm naming him because I have more stories with him, because it's funny, y'all. We used to date when I was in 9th grade, and y'all ever had an ex that was really just, like, I feel like relationships back then really don't count. Like, we never did nothing but kiss, like, or whatever. But I don't know, I just feel like it didn't really count. I don't know, I just feel like it didn't. Like, we dated, like, 9th grade. I think 8th, 9th grade. Yeah, like 9th grade or whatever. But I have some stories, but it's funny. But we're gonna call him D. And yeah, me and D was super close, y'all. Like, that was my dog. Like, even after we had like the whole 9th grade relationship, little kitty love, whatever thing, like, we was still cool as fuck. And yeah, like, dang, I miss him. Like, rest in peace to him. But anyway, so D hit me up and he was just like, he was like, you going tonight? Because mind y'all, he used to be up in there too. Because like I said, it wasn't just one hood's thing. Like, a lot of different hoods that all got along together used to go to this thing. That's just like with the Thirsty Thursday thing. Like, it would be like a whole bunch of different people up in there. So he was like, are you going tonight? Because he seen me up in there before. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go. So he was like, okay. He was like, you getting drunk? Mind y'all, I used to get drunk. So I was like, why? He was like, because I look, excuse me. he was like, because I want to drink. He was like, but I don't want to drive. Like, I don't want to drive. I was going to see if me and my cousin could hop in the car with you. So I'm like, okay, no, that's fine. Like, y'all can hop in the car with me. Like, where y'all at? So he told me, I don't know why the hell they was at the Magic Carpet, y'all. They was at the one on Manchester. So he was like, we at the Magic Carpet, y'all. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to come pick y'all up. Y'all, we ended up going to pick him up at the Magic Carpet. But before we picked him up, it was him and his cousin. His cousin don't need a name or whatever. But we went and picked him up or whatever. And y'all, we was sitting outside in the parking lot. Mind y'all, why is this girl, it was like some hoes fighting. Like, it was just a lot going on this night, y'all. Just a lot going on. And it's crazy because the more the night goes on, it was a lot going on. So we waiting, like, we was supposed to bend leave, but they over here like, the hoes is fighting. They over here talking to them. I don't know why they was like trying to stop the fight, but trying to make them fight, like trying to make, like, basically they was trying to stop it and be like, okay, y'all need to start again like this so it could be a fair fight. And I'm just like, yo, we really just watching this whole situation go down. So anyway, they end up hopping in the car, we end up leaving. So we pulled up to the spot or whatever. So Lotion, she ready. Her homegirl, she nervous as hell. She just like, how you know this is safe? How you know this is good? I'm like, oh, it's always safe. Like, it's never been nowhere. It's always just cool. I'm like, everybody's like a family. Like, it's just big. Like, it's just nice. Me over here saying shit like this, like, I've been here a few times, but girl, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, what am I even trying to say to somebody? Tell them, girl, it's cool. So, what's his name? So D, he like, yeah, well, I got the thing on me, you know, like, just in case. And I'm like, why would you get that? He like, you know, you just never know who might come. Like, you know, this is not a low-key spot. Like, look, it's nowhere to park. People double parked and shit like that. So I ended up parking like around the corner, kind of going into the residential or whatever. I got the car or whatever. We got the car. We all walking up. We going in. So D and his cousin, they end up going like way before us and going in because, like I said, my cousin told me he gave me in for free. So I was out in the front or whatever, and we just so happened to run into like some of the big homies and stuff like that. And we had ran into my homegirl that I always be with. So the next, you know, my cousin was walking up. We get in, whatever, right? So we get in. He was with 7, of course. So I'm just like, we didn't say nothing to each other. And it's crazy because when my cousin walked up in front of me, when I was walking like 7, he was walking behind me like rubbing on my back and shit. And I'm just like, 7. Oh, why is you doing this? So anyway, we go in there, we drinking and shit like that. We turned up. When I tell y'all, Lotion's homegirl was so paranoid. Like, she was so paranoid. Mind you, it's fun, it's lit. Like, they got the security in the front. Like, it's cool. We protected, girl. We protected. She was like, I don't like how it's one door to come in and then no other door. I'm like, oh, it's an outside part in the back. Like, it was an outside part and it had a back gate, but the back gate used to be locked, right? So she's like, I just don't like that. And I'm just like, girl, we're good. Like, we be here all the time. It's good. Like, you're good. She was like, oh, okay. Like, I just don't. She was kind of getting on my nerves. I ain't even gonna lie, because it's like, it's no weird shit going on. Everybody just having a good ass time. It's packed. Everybody just being cool, you know, dancing, having fun. And she just kept, Symone, but what if you don't start fucking dancing? What if you don't dance tonight? What if you keep getting on my nerves? And I just be like, hey, can y'all leave? Like, I don't know. Like, just leave me the fuck alone. So we lit. D and his friend, they just somewhere else, because mind you, I was just there, right? So we just lit. Next thing you know, like, 7 had texted me and he was just like, come by the bathroom. Yeah. Guess who come by the bathroom? Me. So I was like, I'll be right back. So I'm telling Lotion and her homegirl, like, I'm gonna be right back. Mind y'all, I told Lotion that I had a little boo up in there or whatever. So she was just like, okay, like, whatever, do your thing. So why when I was leaving, I'm like, I'll be right back. Why when I'm leaving to walk to the bathroom, guess who right here holding my shoulder, walking through the crowd with me? Like, first I'm walking, nobody was walking with me. Then I feel somebody hold my shoulder. I look back, I'm thinking like, who the fuck is this? Don't come talk to me while I'm about to go walk over to my man. So they holding my shoulder. I look over, it's Lotion's homegirl. I should have probably gave her a name. You know what? Because she is in one of the other stories. Need no name. She don't need no name. She'll get a name in the next story. But anyway, so it's Lotion homegirl, and I'm just like, girl, what is you doing? She was just like, oh, I'm coming with you, girl. I do not feel comfortable. Like, I'm coming with you. So I'm like, girl, I'm about to go to meet up with my boo by the bathroom. Like, she just like, okay, like, I'm not gonna bother y'all. So I'm like, girl, no. Because mind y'all, I had an incident with Lotion before in jail. So I'm just like, girl, go back over there with Lotion. Like, she by herself. And she was just like, oh, no, she cool. She'll dance with somebody. Like, she cool. I want to come with you. So I'm like, girl, no. Like, go somewhere else. Like, mind you, why are you trying to come with me? So I'm like, no. He was just like, girl, like, why? So next thing you know, he texted me. He was just like, where you at? So I'm just irritated at this point. So I'm just like, I'll just walk off from her. So I go over there to him, and he like standing. It's like he wasn't at the bathroom, but it was like this other little like room kind of like, so the bar was right here and it was like this little door right here and it was like an empty area, so it was dark up in there, nobody was up in there. So I walked past the bathroom and he like, I'm walking like to go by the bathroom, he grabbed my arm like to go up in there. So I'm just standing there like, oh, mind you, when he did that, like, mind y'all how I said how they was telling me how he talked to this one girl and this other girl. Y'all, when I tell y'all 3 of the girls he talked to, probably more was up in there, me and 2 other girls. So it was one girl that he did talk to that they was telling me about. She was standing right there, so she seen when he had pulled me right there. Damn, now I think about it, she probably just came from right there from talking to him. Wow. I didn't care. If I knew that then, I wouldn't have cared. I still would have went. So anyway, he pulled me right there and she was giving me the coldest looks, and at this point I know why, because they had already told me to run down. But I'm acting like I don't know nothing. And plus my friend, nobody know I talked to him, because I had told them like, no, I don't talk to him. Like, I ain't gonna talk to him. No, are y'all crazy? Why would I talk to him? Y'all, the whole time I'm talking to him. So he had pulled me right there, so we like talking. So like he looking at me, he talking whatever. Y'all, all I see from the corner of my eye, I see Lotion homegirl walk by. She go by the bathroom. I'm not paying her no mind. Clearly she don't see where I'm at, so I'm just talking to him or whatever, and he just like, we just vibing. He was like, give me a kiss, and I'm just like, in the club, you gonna kiss me in the club? But I'm nervous as hell, because I'm looking around like, where my cousin at? So he was like, he outside, he in the front, like, you good. So I we gave him like a cute quick little mwah. I'm like, oh my god. So next thing you know, like, when I gave him like a mwah and it was about to be another one, like a little, we going back in for another one, when you just all in somebody's face smiling, y'all finna start making out. Girl, wow, why the fuck Lotion homegirl come in there and was like, Symone, what are you doing? I kind of got scared, because I thought, y'all, even though I heard a girl voice, I just felt somebody walking up, and I got scared for a minute, because I thought it was my cousin who was finna fight us. Like, I'm just kidding, but I was just like, girl, what the fuck? So I'm like, girl, go back to Lotion. Mind y'all, at this point I've been drinking and all that, so I'm like, girl, go back to Lotion. And she was like, no, I'm not going back over there until you go back over there. I said, girl, you're Lotion's friend, like, you're not my friend, like, not to be rude or nothing like that, but I have been drinking. I don't care, because she was getting on my nerves, because it's like, bro, you're not my friend. You're Lotion's friend. Why are you with me? Like, why would you leave her right there? She don't know these people. The fuck? So she like, girl, I'm gonna just stand right here. So he was just like, it's cool, go back to your friends, like, it's like, just go. So I'm just irritated, like, bro, I could have been on my knees in this room. No, I'm just kidding, but I'm just so annoyed, because I'm just like, yo, this bitch is getting on my nerves. So I'm just like, come on. So I just walked past her. I was like, come on, like, irritated. So she following me. She was like, girl, why are you mad? Like, I don't feel comfortable here. So I was like, do you want to leave? Like, I really said it like that. I'm like, do you want to leave? Because mind y'all, the thing didn't close for like hours. Like, it was after hours, and that shit didn't close till late. So I'm like, do you want to leave? Because I'm like, basically, like, I could go take them, because I'm getting it free anyway. So if I leave out and come back in, I'll be good. So I'm thinking like, do you want to leave? Because I could go drop y'all off and I could come back, because I already have people here. Like, I have people here that I be with here all the time, so I don't need to be here with y'all. So she was like, no, I don't want to leave. Like, it's lit up in here, it's niggas up in here. I just don't want to be somewhere left by myself. Like, I don't see, what's the problem? Like, so I'm like, left by yourself? You left Lotion by herself. She's like, Lotion's a big girl, she gonna dance with people, she gonna have fun. I don't know what wasn't clicking to this girl, but she wasn't making no fucking sense. For one, bitch, you didn't get invited by me, you got invited by Lotion, and that's because you staying at Lotion house, and it would be weird for her to say, hey, I know I'm staying at your house for free, but I'm gonna go out with my homegirl, see you later. So you got invited. Well, y'all was best friends, so that's why she got invited, not because she didn't. Yeah. But anyway, why are you following me around? Why are you leaving Lotion by herself? She don't know these people. Like, yeah, I know a lot of people up in here. Like, I could walk around and be like, oh, what's up? What's good? What's up? What's up? What's up? Because I know a lot of people here. But Lotion don't know nobody up in here. And if she do, shit, I don't fucking know. But she don't know, to my knowledge, she knows no one up in here. So, y'all, like, even my homegirl that I usually come there with, she was with other homegirls because I was with Lotion and them. That's not why, but like, they was just in a whole different area. So I'm just like, whatever. So I walk back over there and I asked her, I'm like, Lotion, do you feel comfortable here? Is you ready to go? So Lotion like, girl, I'm lit. Like, mind you, Lotion was actually fucking it up on niggas and shit. Like, she was over there having a good ass time. But that still don't mean leave her to follow me around, because, bitch, why are you following me? Like, why are you following me? For what? Like, it just didn't make sense. What if I was gonna go take a shit in the bathroom? You was gonna come in the stall with me and talk to me? Like, I don't know why you following me. So Lotion was like, no, I don't want to leave. So I asked her homegirl, I'm like, all right, do you want to go? I'm asking because your homegirl talking about she don't feel comfortable here. She keep following me around when I'm trying to go do what I'm doing. So do she want to go? I'm like, do she want to go? I'm like, because I don't mind dropping y'all off. Like, just let me know, because I don't mind dropping y'all off and coming back. Just let me know now. I'm like, let me know now before I get me another drink, because then it's gonna be a wrap. She gonna have to just stay until I'm ready to go. So her homegirl was like, Symone, I'm not trying to go. Like, I told you that I'm not trying to leave. So I'm like, Lotion, ask her. Like, because clearly I'm thinking, like, maybe she don't want to tell me or something because she think I'm mad. But yeah, I am mad because you're annoying. But I would most definitely I would rather drop y'all off somewhere than you being annoying following me around all night if I want to go duck off with my boo. So she talking to her, like, or whatever, and she was like, no, girl, she cool, she having fun, she just be a little paranoid, she just scared, she just like to stay around with a person who know the most people here. This ain't my fucking party. This ain't my hood. I'm not a gangbanger. I can't control shit that goes on in this motherfucker. If somebody starts socking me out, girl, I can't control shit. Like I said, like, I mean, I got people that ain't gonna happen, but I'm just saying. But yeah, so she was just like, no, she good, she good. So anyway, we dancing, we went and got another drink, we dancing. So at this point, we got another drink, we drinking, we dancing, we holding our cups. Why? Next thing you know, out of nowhere, you hear boom, boom, 2 booms. At this point, all you heard was screaming. Of course, I was one of the screamers because I screamed. You heard screaming, and I'm just like, come on, come on. Like, I grabbed him, and everybody started running. People was already running towards the back door. Everybody running. Boom, boom, boom. We running, running, running. Drinks spilling, all that. Everybody's running out the back door. I'm just thinking, like, damn, that paranoid bitch really just, she manifested some shit. Because everything be cool here. Now, all of a sudden, we hear boom, boom. This ain't the boom boom room. Like, that girl done manifested some shit. I'm just like, oh, the purr, the tongue, this purr. You know, I'm annoyed, but I'm running at the same time. So y'all, so we go to the back gate. People trying to open it, they forget they got the back gate locked. Y'all, so it's that big ass gate. Y'all know the gate, the big metal gates with the spiky things, and it had the nerve to have like a little tarp on it. So I mean, it's already hard to climb those type of gates because it's just straight bars. Like a fence, I could climb a fence all day, you know, but a gate, like, oh my, climbing this gate, mind you, I had one part where it had a whole bunch of stuff stacked up, so it was people running up on that little thing, climbing up on the boxes and climbing up on the woods and shit, and jumping over, climbing. It was like a car right there, people climbing up on that and jumping over the gate. So I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, come on, come on. As you just see, so many people. So I'm like, come on. So, excuse me. So we running. It's basically like, let's go. So I'm like, let's hit the gate. My car, we could run down the street through the alley. My car's right there. Let's go straight to it. So we hit the gate. We go to the gate. Lotion, I was gonna say her name. Lotion, she hops over the gate, like, but she kind of got stuck, but she hopped over it, right? So I'm about to hop. I don't know where Lotion homegirl went at this point, because we all ran by each other. Like, Lotion's right there, and I'm like pushing her up, like, come on. So I'm thinking, like, do you want me to help you over? Where'd she go? Don't know where she was at this point. I need to get over this gate. I don't got time to look for her. I know somebody gonna be like, damn, that's fucked up. You should have looked for her. When you hear noise and it sounds like somebody is shooting, if you're not my child, I don't have kids, but if it was my child, my little sister, my mama, grandma, something like that, but girl, you better hop this motherfucker. So I'm over here and I'm just like, I can't get over here. I'm drunk, being stupid. I'm like, I can't get over, I can't get over. So I'm like trying to hop it. Then I got to the top of the gate and I'm like, fuck, like I'm scared to jump. Like I'm like, oh my God, I'm scared to jump. So I'm like, fuck, let me try to slide down. Why next thing you know, I feel somebody lift me. I'm on the gate. I feel somebody lift me like a boots and went boom, like threw me over. So I land like a cat, hands in my head. I land on my hands and my feet like a cat. I'm like, oh shit. So the next thing you know, the boy, I look over and I see the boy, like clearly he's the one who tossed me over because he was standing there. He just hurry up, hop over the gate. So when he hopped over, I stood over and I grabbed him and I was like, thank you so much. And he was like, bitch, move. And he ran. And I'm just like, this whole time I'm thinking he was saving me. This man was getting me out the way because I was in his way. Y'all, so he ran. So next thing you know, I'm like, where is your friend Lotion? And she was like, Lotion, where are you? Like, I mean, not Lotion. So she like, where, blah, 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 like her name. Where are you? Where are you? Why this bitch is over here like, I can't squeeze through the gate. Nobody is trying to squeeze through the gate. So we just like, girl, hop the gate, get over the gate. So she over here, she finally ended up hopping over the gate. So we end up going down, we running, like running. I don't know, at this point I start laughing. Like I'm laughing, I'm like, oh my God, did you see that guy said move bitch to me? Wow. So Lotion, she's laughing. Lotion homegirl was just like, I knew I didn't feel comfortable here. I knew I didn't feel comfortable here. And I'm like, right. I'm like, girl, I felt like you the one who spoke bad energy because this never happened. And she was just like, see. And what if you would have went to the bathroom by yourself? girl, what does that have to do with anything? While we running, jogging, we wasn't really running, but while we jogging to the car, we end up seeing my other homegirl, the one I usually be with. So she was by herself, and she was like, oh my God, good thing I see you. So she was like, Symone, can I get in your car? I'm like, yes, girl, get in the car. So we get to my car, we hop in my car or whatever. Boom. So now I'm like I start driving down the street, and I realize I had people with me. Like, I'm like, oh shit, I gave D a ride. So I'm calling D. I'm like, where the fuck is he at? Where is he at? He not answering. I'm texting. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? So they like, shit, I don't know. So everybody's just talking. So now Lotion homegirl, she was like, I seen somebody come in there with a big one and just was like boom 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 boom. Mind you, it was just 2 booms, y'all. So I'm just like, for real? So then my homegirl, she was like, nah, I think it was from outside. I don't think nobody was inside. And then she's like, I seen somebody come in there with one. Like, she really just trying to argue us down. So I'm like, oh my God, where is D? He's not answering the phone. So now I like circle back, and I'm like on the street, but I'm like right by the corner. So I'm kind of where I was parked at, but I was parked like if I would have had to make a right, and then the club is like on the street like that. So I'm on the like residential part now, right? Because I was parked close by the residential. Now I'm actually on the residential. So I'm sitting there in the middle of the street. Did the dumbest shit ever, y'all. I'm sitting there in the middle of the street with my lights off. My headlights are off. Cars running. Sitting in the middle of the street. Foot on the brake. Y'all. I'm trying to call D. I'm just like, oh my God, oh my God. So finally D answered the phone. So I'm like, where are you? Are you okay? Like, hello, hello, hello. And he's like, yeah, calm down, Symone, calm down. Where are you at? So I'm like, I'm right here on the other side, like on the residential part. Like, where are you? Are you okay? So he's like, yeah, I'm across the street. So across the street, it was like a little food place or whatever. I ain't gonna get too much details, but it was a food place across the street. So he's like, I'm right here. He's like, everybody up over here just chilling. He just like, you just hear people laugh. I mean, loud and laughing and shit. So he's like, Symone, come over here. Just come over here and pick me up from right here. I said, you're directly across the street from the club. I'm like, how did you get out? I'm like, he's like, Symone, just come over here. I'm gonna tell you everything. I'm like, we hopped the gate, da da da. He like, okay, all right, just come over here, So I'm like, all right. He was like, it's cool, trust me, it's cool. So I'm thinking like, maybe they handling it, or maybe they the ones who got it cracking. Not him, but like, he know the people. I'm just thinking like, what the fuck? So I'm talking about homegirl. I'm like, you think it's good to go over there? She's like, I'm gonna call the homies. So she called them, and they like saying the same thing, like, come over here, everybody right here, we just chilling, just come over here. So I'm like, what the fuck? So we sitting there, right? I'm still sitting here, lights off. Don't know why I was sitting here with my lights off, y'all. So we watching people walk by. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go, because I gotta turn that way anyway. So people walking by, like walking to their cars and shit like that. Still some people was kind of running, like, I don't know, it was just so many people still for it to, I don't know, happen like a few minutes ago. Like, I don't know, it was still people. So it was this boy. I paid attention to him because, like I said, I pay attention to my surroundings. So he was walking, and he was about to have to like pass where I'm parked at. Like, I'm parked in the middle of the street. So he was about to have to cross that street to go over. So he walked up. I noticed he looked at the car. He like looked away, and then he started walking. Then he thought about it. He was like real hesitant. Then he like turned around. I seen him like get something out of his pants, put in his hoodie, put his hoodie on his head, and he started walking towards my car. At this point, I'm like, oh hell no. I got scared. I put my car in reverse, and I just pushed the gas and was like, boom. All you heard was boom. Y'all, oh my God, when that happened, he ran off. So many other people started running again, and I was like, oh my God. So they like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. So I put the car in drive, and I hurried up and bust the U-turn and drove off, y'all. I ended up going directly across the street. Not directly across the street, because my job said we on the back part where the residential is at, but I went directly across the street from the club. So I go over there with all of them, and I'm like, what the fuck? So they like, Symone, oh my God. So I get out the car, and I'm looking at my car. So now D and like the other homies and people, they like, what happened to your car? Like, what the fuck? This was fresh. Like, you just crashed or something? So I said, no. When I was parked, somebody like, excuse me. So Lotion homegirl was finna say, yeah, and I'm like, no. When I ran out the club, I'm like, I noticed my car was hit. So it was like, you noticed your car was hit? I'm like, yeah. So D was like, wait, but wasn't you parked on that side of the street? How would they hit it right there? I'm like, I don't know. So they like, wait, this look fresh. Like, you just hit somebody, you sure? I said, no, I came outside and my car was hit. Like, you know, I'm just like, what the fuck? But it was like a dent it was a dent in the back of the car, and it was like, my tail light was broke, y'all. It wasn't too bad, but the dent was nasty. It was ugly. So they just like, what the fuck? They just asking. I'm just like, y'all, stop asking so many fucking questions. Like, you know, I'm just irritated. I'm like, I'm already annoyed. My car's hit, da da da. So at this point, I'm like, y'all, I'm ready to go. Like, why are y'all just right here? So y'all would never guess what happened. So while they laughing, just saying stuff, it used to be this one homeboy I had, and it's crazy because the day I met him, it was a crazy ass situation too. Cause I met him at an after hours too on at Thirsty Thursdays, and y'all, he was kind of strange. Like when I first met him, he scared the fuck out of me because he had tattoos like all over his face, all over his body and shit, but he wouldn't talk. Like he wouldn't talk. Like he would just stand there and then he would like whisper something to his homeboy, and then they would talk like, well, blah 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 said if y'all trying to go eat, like, or if y'all trying to go do this, we could go do that. And I'd be like, oh yeah, we could. And he'd be like, and then the friend was talking, I'm like, what the fuck? So he kind of like freaked me out. So I don't know, this nigga seemed to be used to just appear places, it seemed like. Nah, I mean, of course he was there that night. So I'm like, what the fuck? So they laughing like, man, nobody was shooting. So then he just like was right there, and he was just like, at this point I know him now, and now he have talked to me, the other friend, right? The one I was scared of. So I'm laughing, I'm talking to D, I'm facing D and like other people. So next thing you know, like on the side of me, like all you hear is somebody say, man, y'all look stupid as fuck running. I must have turned. I said, what the fuck? Where'd you come from? He was like, I was here. I seen you up in there. I seen y'all up in there running looking stupid. So I'm like, what do you mean running looking stupid? What happened? He gonna say the speaker fell. Y'all, you mean to tell me I got thrown over a gate for a speaker that fell? So I'm like, what's the two noise? He was like, both the speakers fell. I was like, yo. He was like, Symone, where you was standing at is just crazy that you would start running. Like, how you didn't see the speaker fall? And I'm just like, I don't know. I just seen everybody else running, so I ran. Y'all already know when somebody is running, you run too. You know, you ask questions later because I'm about to stand there and figure it out. The fuck I look like Inspector Gadget. So I'm just like, yo, for real? He like, yeah. And mind y'all, Lotion had cut her leg on that gate too, because I told y'all she got stuck. So he's like, yeah, the speaker fell. So I'm like, what the fuck? So they just laughing like, yeah, they finna get the speakers fixed and like, I mean, like put it back up and shit like that on the stage. He's like, yeah, and everybody finna go back in there. So I'm like, oh no, I'm done for the night. Like, I'm not going back in there. I'm like, because clearly I had too much to drink. And if I didn't see a speaker fall in my fucking face and I'm over here running for my life and getting thrown over gates and shit and hitting people's cars. So I'm just like, y'all, like, what the fuck? So D, I'm like, D, well, I'm gonna go. I'm calling it a night. So he was like, oh, you good? Because the other homeboy here, he gonna just take us back to the room we was at. So you good? You could go. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, let me see if somebody is okay. Like, or whatever, because I had hit my cousin up and all that. My cousin, I had hit him and was like, you good? And he was like, yeah, I'm good. You know, so mind you, at this point, I didn't know that the speaker fell. So he probably was wondering, like, why is she asking me if I'm good? Like, what the fuck? So I'm like, because mind you, a lot of people knew. A lot of people didn't run out because they just was looking at everybody else right now, wondering why the fuck everybody ran out. So I'm just thinking, so I was like, telling Lotion homegirl, like, I thought you said you seen a guy come up in there with a big thing and getting it cracking. She was like, oh, well, I thought I seen that. Bitch, you the reasons why rumors get started, because you just be lying. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I'm like, hold on real quick. So I walked over to the side. Everybody over there. I walk over to the side. I'm like, let me call my little boo. So I call him. I'm like, hello, calling 7. I'm like, hello. He like, what's up? Oh, calm. I said, did you hear what happened? Did you see what happened? He said, yeah. I'm like, did you see what happened? He was like, yeah. He just started laughing. He's like, I seen you running towards the back and I was gonna stop you, but you was running too fast and it was so many people running, and I was wondering, like, why the hell is they running? The speaker just fell. Like, y'all is paranoid as fuck. So I was like, what the fuck? He was like, man, you see how many homies be outside? Ain't nobody finna come up in there and do nothing. Like, they would have got stopped at the door. Like, and I'm just like, what the fuck? So everybody knew. Now I got looked like a fool running through the club getting tossed over walls, and my mans is watching and laughing. So I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, you going back in there? Like, I heard everybody going back in there. So he was like, nah, like, I'm on my way home right now. He was like, but yeah, I'm not going back up in there. I'm just about to go home and go pick up something. He was like, but you still spending the night with me? So I'm like, yeah. So he's like, you going back in there? And mind y'all, at this point, Lotion and them was already saying they wanted to go back in there, even though I said I was gonna call it a night. Lotion and them was like, they wanted to go back in there, which is crazy because if 7 said he was going back in there, I would have went back in there. Because I was leaving at the end of the night with him, so yeah. So I was like, no, I ain't going back in there. Even though I said I wasn't. But if he would have said he was, I would have. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm like, no, I'm not going back in there. I'll come to you. So I'm like, you want me to come to your house? So he's like, nah, I'm about to go get a room real quick right here. Like, he told me where he was getting a room at. So he's like, I'm gonna go get a room right here real quick. He's like, we can go there. Like, that's cool. So I'm like, that's cool. I know it's gonna be somebody in the comments like, girl, he didn't even take you to his house. He took you to the room. Y'all, I do not care. 19-year-old me did not care. Shit, that man had money for a room. It was cool with me. Even though we went to a motel, and wait till we get there because it was an experience. But, y'all, I didn't care. the fuck? Because it's gonna be somebody else. You guys need to value yourself. That was 19-year-old me. Like, me 27 years old is a whole different person. But if somebody want to get a room at the Ritz-Carlton or the Marriott or somewhere really nice, we could go there too. Like, I'm not even really tripping, you know. But anyways, he was like, he was finna go grab something from his house, and he was gonna be at the room. Like, I could just pull up whenever. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna drop these girls off. So I'm like telling them, like, all right, come on, let's round it up, let's go. Like, we out of here. So my homegirl was like, who you was talking to? Who you finna go meet up with? So I'm like, girl, nobody. What the fuck? Like, I was like, nobody. My ex, Joe. I'm gonna go meet up with Joe. Like, you Joe just lying. She like, girl, no, you're not. So I'm like, I don't know, girl. I'm just gonna go. Like, come on, we just gotta go. Come on, we just gotta go. I used to be so, like, I felt like when he used to call, I had to be on it right then and there, because I don't know. They told me he talked to all these different girls. That man wasn't finna wait on me, even though he would. I used to just think, like, no. He gonna call somebody else. No. 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 So I used to be like, come on, like, let's go. So I ended up telling them, like, yeah, I'm going, so my homegirl, the one I usually be there with all the time, she was like, okay, what's cool, I'm gonna stay here with the other homegirls, I'm not ready to go yet. So I got Lotion and Lotion homegirl in the car with me. So Lotion was telling me, like, girl, I met this boy up in there, and he told me he got a room at this one spot or whatever. Mind y'all, the room he was at was like literally across the street from the room that we was going, I was meeting 7 at. So I said, girl, perfect. So I'm like, where are you going? To Lotion homegirl. She's like, I'm going with Lotion to the room. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool with me. I'm drop y'all asses up. Like, so perfect, same direction. I ain't gotta go nowhere out of the way. Like, cool. I ain't gotta worry about my man calling somebody else and I'm pulling up and I gotta watch him be with somebody else and I gotta go home crying. Like, you know, I ain't gotta worry about that. So I dropped him off or whatever and I go pull up on him. Y'all, like I said, I used to be so nervous around him. Like, I used to be so nervous. So I was coming down. Like, the alcohol was coming down. But he told me he had a bottle. So when I got in the room, I knew I shouldn't have drunk no more. I didn't eat. I didn't have no water. I just knew I shouldn't have drunk no more. But I used to be so nervous around him. And this is my first time spending the night with him. Oh my gosh, I should have been sober. I should have let myself sober up, y'all. It's going to be somebody to be like, oh my God, you just used to get tossed up in motel. Anyway, so I got there and he had a bottle, y'all. When I say I must have goop, I drunk, because he was like, I'm good. He was like, but I just bring it just in case if you wanted some, but if you don't want none, because I understand. I did see you was drinking a lot. And I said, no, I'm good. I'm a drink. So he's like, all right. So I was like, you sure you don't want to? He's like, yeah. So I really, when I say I drunk damn near that whole bottle, I drunk damn near that whole bottle. Y'all, after I drank the bottle, I ended up sloppily going into the shower, damn near busting my head open, y'all, because I'm like, damn, I just left the club, I'm gonna get in the shower. Like, I told you I had brunk stuff with me. And yeah, after we was like watching TV and cuddling and stuff like that, and yeah, I don't remember shit else that happened that night. I just remember, I don't know why, for some reason I thought he was recording, even though he wasn't though, y'all. I don't know why. I told my sister this too, like, eventually when I told her about this situation, because like I said, us Scorpios tell people stuff when we want to tell y'all. But like, when I eventually told her, I was like, girl, I don't know why I thought that he had somebody in there secretly recording this. And she was like, bitch, what? I don't know, I used to just think stupid shit. But anyway, yeah, I don't remember shit. All I remember is waking up gagging, like gagging, like I was coughing. Like, I know y'all probably like, bitch, that was not just gagging. Shit, I don't know. I woke up and I was like gagging. When I woke up, he was like looking at me and like sitting up, and he had a bottle of water, and I was like, what? Like, what happened? Like, you know, I was lost. And he was like, you good? And I was like, yeah, like, I'm good. Mind you, I woke up, it was probably like 7 in the morning. He was like, you good? I'm like, yeah, like, I'm good. What happened? Like, I felt so sick. My chest was hurting, because I'm like, you know, when you throw up so much, your chest hurt. But I didn't remember none of that. So I'm like, what the fuck? And he was like, oh, well, that's good. You good? He was like, because I'm tired. He was like, I was watching you all night. I was like, what? Mind y'all, I got to the room at probably like 3, 4 in the morning or whatever. So like now it's 7. So he was like, I was watching you all night. So I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, you kept throwing up in your sleep and I was scared. I didn't want you to choke. He was like, so I was right here. He was like, I was giving you water. You don't remember I was giving you water? He was like, I was holding your hair. He's like, that's why you gotta throw up in your hair. And I was like, for real? He's like, yeah, you was throwing up on the side of the bed. Y'all, I look over on the side of the bed. It is disgusting. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so embarrassed. He's like, no, it's cool. Like, you good. That's all that matters. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm just thinking, like, if my cousin wasn't who my cousin was, would he just let me choke in my throw up? Or would he really have made sure I was okay? But anyway, y'all, so I'm like, oh my God. And he was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, you good though? Like, you good? So I'm like, oh my God, like, okay, let me get up. You ready to go home? Like, I'll take you home or whatever. So he was like, nah, like, we could stay till checkout if you want to, or like, if you ready to go, then we could go. He's like, but we could stay till checkout if you want. So I'm like, all right. He was like, yeah, I'm about to just get some sleep. So I'm like, all right. He's like, I'm about to just get some sleep. But he was like, what's wrong with your eye? So I felt my eye did feel weird. So I'm like, what do you mean what's wrong with my eye? He was like, what, like, your eye is really big. He was like, did you hit your face? Like, did somebody hit you last night or something? Like, your eye is like, it didn't look like that at first. I was like, wait, what? Y'all have big eyes, so sometimes they could be puffy in the morning. So I'm thinking like, damn, nigga, you was rude. Like, so I'm just like, what the fuck? But I'm like getting up anyway because I was gonna clean up the throw up because I'm like, that's nasty. So I went to the bathroom, y'all. My eye was big, and it just seemed like as time went on, it got bigger. Y'all, mind y'all, like I said, we was at a Momo. Y'all, I got bit in the eye by a bed bug. I'm gonna assume it was bed bugs because what else could it have bit me in the eye? It was a bite. I ended up going to the hospital, like, not the hospital, I ended up going to like urgent care, and most definitely told me they gave me antibiotics. But yeah, so anyway, I didn't clean up the throw up. He like laid down. I tried to like lay down, cuddle with him, and it's like the more, because checkout was like at 10, I think. Y'all, I ended up going to sleep with him. When I woke up, my eye was like shut. My eye was swollen shut, and it was just purple. Like, it was bruised. Like, it looked like I got beat the fuck up. Mind you, my hair is like crazy. I didn't have throw up in my hair, thank God, because he had healed my hair. But y'all, when I ended up taking him home, he was like, you sure you're gonna be okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be okay. Mind you, my sister, she used to live around the corner or whatever, but a lot of times she'll be there because this time I stayed at my grandma's house. So she lived around the corner, but she'll be there like with my nephew. So when I got there, it just so happened she was there. I was on the phone with my sister, my other sister, telling her, but I'm lying to her though. I'm lying, and I'm telling her like, yeah, I had spent the night at Lotion last night. She had a room, She just like, I thought you said Lotion was staying at her homegirl house. And I'm like, yeah, but she had a room last night. And I said tonight, like, you know, like, damn, mind your fucking business. And I don't know why I was not telling her. Y'all, me and my sister, we started getting close, like, when me and my sister, we started getting close when I was like 18. So I didn't want her to judge me. I know if she wanted to know, like, oh damn, okay. Okay, but anyway, so I had came back home. Why my sister was like, you got beat up by somebody. My sister told my other sister, because I was like, yeah, I think I got bit in the eye by something. So my other sister told my other sister, and they really just thought, my sister swore up and down that I was with a guy, which I was, but she swore up and down that he beat me up. Like, she swore up and down, y'all. She was really telling people, like, I really think somebody had beat Symone up. Like, to where she even told my mom called me, like, what the fuck? Somebody hit you in your face? And I was just like, no, I got bit in the eye, like, by a bed bug. Like, and she just like, I don't know. That just sounds weird. Why would they bite you in the eye? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I wasn't up like, hey, little buggy, don't bite me here. Like, you know, I don't know. Y'all, I really had made a whole eye patch and drove to the doctor because that shit hurt with the sun. It really felt like a black eye. Like, it felt like a black eye. Like, if you had a black eye before, you know how that shit, it hurts with the sunlight. Like, that shit was bad. I really went to the doctor. I made a fucking eye patch with a sock, looking stupid as hell, walking up in urgent care like that. But yeah, y'all, that's the end of this story. I have so many more stories to come when it come down to 7, because like I said, I was stupid. It really was like Chingy, one call away. It could be like, hi, I'll be like, where you at? He could say hi and I'll start driving towards his house, because I'll be like, you know what, if he called me, I'm gonna be outside. If he says he want to see me, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm already on your street, what the fuck, like, you know. It used to be crazy. But yeah, that's the end of this story, y'all. That was crazy. That whole night was just crazy. And let me just tell y'all a quick look, because about the car situation, the person I hit, why is just a small fucking world. So why the person I hit, I'm gonna get more into details about it. The person I hit, it ended up coming back to bite me, because like the next couple of days, of course, I'm out, and when I was going to hang out, somebody was like, that's crazy, somebody hit the homie car yesterday, somebody hit your car from the back, and somebody hit his car from the front. And y'all, and why I come to find out, it was the homie car. It was just a big thing, like what the fuck? Like, the person who car I hit, it just so happened to have to be somebody that people I know. Like, it was a lot, y'all. It was a lot, but it was just a crazy situation with that, like. But, you know, God was on his side, because that man lucked up and he had ended up getting him a lamb. he didn't have to worry about the car I hit, because the car I hit was like a little bucket or whatever. So anyway, but I'll eventually get into details on that in another story. But yeah, that's it for this story, y'all. I just had to do y'all a little story, y'all. But wait before I go, y'all, October is almost here. It's on Saturday, and as y'all know, I'm gonna be participating in Vlogtober, so make sure to be catching 31 videos from me in the month of October. Of course, they're not all gonna be story times, y'all, because I know people gonna be like, oh my god, you're 31 story times, girls, you crazy. But no, but what I did want to go ahead and let y'all know that, let me know which week do y'all want it, because in October, since it's October, I'm gonna be posting every day. But for 1 week straight, I'm gonna do all story times, just story times for 1 week straight. So let me know if y'all want it to be from the 9th through the 15th or the 16th to the 22nd. And I think I already know the answer y'all gonna pick, but just let me know which week y'all want me to do it. And yeah, I'm gonna do it for y'all. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned, and don't forget to stay alert for the updates, because your girl birthday coming up, and I'm gonna let y'all know what's gonna be popping, because y'all gonna come through. But yeah, thank you guys.